we are ready to start. We're looking at the import of campaigns on the outcome of the 2023 general election. Do you think that the ongoing politicking and campaigns of different political parties and their candidates will have any telling effect on the outcome of the 2023 elections? Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you that the 2023 election surely will be a watershed, a defining moment in the political history, in the democratic annals of Nigeria. The youths are ready to participate massively in the 2023 election. Of course, the elderly, the women, and those who are of age, who have registered, I don't have their PVC. I can tell you they are enthusiastic, they are eager to be a part of this election. And we were looking at 2023 as if it was no years to come. It's just few days, a month plus. We'll surely get to February for the election. Let me introduce my guest, a very seasoned analyst, a clergyman, a leader of congregation, a man that is highly respected in his community, Dr. Emeka Ekuga. Nice to have you today.
Let me quickly say Happy Christmas in advance.
Yes, thank you very much.
And Happy 2023, we are already seeing.
Yes, sir.
And the viewers, I want to thank God for you again today.
Yes.
Compliment of the season.
Okay. So, you are welcome to this week's edition of 60 Minutes Nigeria. We are going to open our phone lines to allow our viewer out there to contribute to the discussion, to be a part of today's show. You are welcome to 60 Minutes Nigeria. Let's get started now. Impact of campaigns on the 2023 election. Now, the different political parties are busy, crisscrossing, visiting the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, the nooks and crannies of the different states of the country, soliciting for votes, canvassing, selling their agenda, convincing the electorate, convincing voters to be a part of the 2023 election. And I must tell you, like I said, it is going to be a defining moment in the history of Nigeria. Dr. Emeka Ekuga, are you really enthusiastic about the 2023 election?
Well, let me start by saying, by His grace, was it day before yesterday, I was able to go for my PVC because I did a transfer from Oredo to Ikpoboka.
Okay.
So I succeeded getting my transfer PVC.
Yes.
And I want to encourage every Nigerian who did same, either doing a new transfer, doing a new PVC, yeah, or, transfer, to make sure they go and collect their PVC. It's very, very important. Because if the political parties and their candidates move all around the nation, Nigeria,
yes,
and they talk to people about voting them or, supporting them, and both the youths, the elderly, and what have you, are unable to get their PVC, it makes no meaning. So I want to encourage Nigerians, go and get your PVC. I believe INEC is ready to distribute.
They are already distributing.
Yeah, they are distributing already. They are distributing.
Yes.
The only thing is that it is too cumbersome. If you go there, you see crowd and the people get discouraged.
Dr. Emeka, Nigerians have a way of waiting till the last day.
So,
why can't we jettison that culture of always waiting till the last moment and we begin to
that is what you see me saying. I'm trying to beg Nigerians. I've gone to collect my own.
Okay.
I want to encourage them to go and make sure they pick their PVC. So when we now begin to talk the effects of campaigning as regard to 2023 election, we will have a very good orientation. We have a very good focus.
Yes.
But let me quickly advise the contestants, the candidates, the important thing about campaign is to focus on what you will do.
Okay.
And not to talk jamboree stories.
Thank you. Dr. Emeka will allow you talk more on what they should do, but that will be after this brief break to enable us to introduce our very next guest. Okay, nice to have you back after that brief break. It is 60 Minutes Nigeria, a current affairs program where we dissect national issues. Just joining us is another very popular face on the program, another very, very highly respected clergyman in Edo State in Nigeria, Archbishop Fred Agedo. Nice to have you on the program
God
today.
Bless you. God bless you.
Okay, he actually had the hiccups with the traffic and we're duly informed of that. But we're glad that he's able to make it to the studio for the program 60 Minutes Nigeria. We are looking at the effect, the impact of the ongoing politicking of different political parties, the ongoing campaigns of the different political parties on the 2023 general election. Dr. Emeka just talked about the importance of collecting your PVC, because without a driver's license, you can't drive a car on our roads, especially in Nigeria. Without a PVC, you can't vote. And the process is on. You can collect your PVC from INEC designated centers. That's what Dr. Emeka just talked about. Archbishop Fred Agedo. Now, looking at 2023, we thought it was far. It's already here. So, how would you assess the campaigns of the different political parties?
Well, I will first of all say Happy Christmas.
Okay, thank you.
For is the reason for the season.
Yes.
And wishing you too a prosperous new year in advance.
Thank you.
Concerning the campaign in question,
yes,
I think sensitization is actually taking place.
Okay.
It's just to let the people know that it's not just to talk. Bible says faith without works is dead.
Yes.
So if we sensitize people, we tell them about change of hand, change of power, this or whatever, we can't do it just by mere talk.
Okay.
The kingdom of God is no longer a matter of talk.
Yes.
It's not a matter of power. So for you to show your power, PVC must be collected.
Okay.
One, I'm so glad that during the time of registration, the zeal and enthusiasm people came out with. So if they can also go back and collect their PVC, then the people know that the game is over. So for me right now, I've got my own since 1999, and I will always vote, and I know the direction we are going now, and by the grace of God, we are preaching it on the pulpit. We are telling our church member, we are no longer hiding it. I have one pastor, don't sit on the fence at a time like this. Now God needs prophet and God needs men of God to be involved in this change agenda. In fact, they should go into elective position. When I say go into elective position, men of God, I'm not talking about church founder. Our members, our deacons, our assistant pastor, they can also go and clean up this game you have been calling dirty game. Yeah, we all agree it's dirty game because so many things are involved. Like my worry right now, assassination here and there. Anybody planning to hold a certain position is being assassinated. And yet nothing is happening. Nothing is happening.
Looking at the campaigns now, do you think the political parties are doing it?
Yeah, they are doing it well. They are doing it well. Definitely, none of them will go to the podium and begin to campaign for the neighbors. So they are doing it well. It's okay. But I pray that there should be no more assassination, killing, and not only physical assassination, character assassination. Okay. So they should also work on that.
Yes.
Therefore,
it's a campaign of calumny.
Yeah. To some of us who have been sitting at the verge, especially the clergy, the pastors, please, they should come out now, participate, wear your knicker, wear everything, wear your gown, go to the voting center and do what you think is right. All of us know what is right.
Yes.
The truth is, there is a slogan, African slogan that says, you can't beat them, you join them. Let's change that language. That's the only language that needs to change. If not, we know where things are bad. Is there anybody that is happy at this session? Yesterday, I buy a bag of rice, 52,000 naira.
Oh.
So, you can imagine.
That's terrible.
So, by tomorrow, it's going to increase. That was what the woman said. That there are a lot coming on the way. If it comes, they will increase. So you'll be buying a bag of rice 80,000. And
you hope it doesn't get to that.
I pray. You know you have already been doing this, Rosa. I pray that it will be like that. But is it getting better or is it getting worse? So if it's getting worse, what do we do? How did we get here? In what area do we talk about change? So people who are campaigning, they should show element of truth for once, so that children will not continue to tell them liars on the campaign ground. Let them tell Nigerians the truth. And how did we get here? And how can we come out? So my sincere prayer is the way the youth are going, the way everybody are now alert are going, and all of them have tasted the bitter pills. I just pray that they will be reasonable enough. Not on that day, you see 2,000 and you say this enough. I've got my own, and then you change your mind. I just pray that will not happen. That's just the major thing.
Thank you, Bishop, for your opening statement, and I know that our viewer, they understand what you're talking about. He was talking about character assassination, which otherwise is known as a campaign of calumny, that must stop. Don't assassinate the character of an opponent just because you want to gain make some political gains. He's saying that is not good for our democracy. The campaigns are on. The different political parties are on. Now, we hardly even say this party is a small party. Before now, we said, yes, we have 3 major parties. We have the APC, the ruling party. We have the PDP, the major opposition party. We have the Labour Party making waves. There are also other parties, the NPP, the AC. Some other parties are also in their different corner. They are campaigning too. They believe that they stand a chance. Dr. Emeka, now, what's your assessment of the ongoing campaigns? Do you think the politicians are getting tried so far? Because only yesterday, the streets of Benin flooded by politicians, just doing something like town crier, distributing leaflets, political, sensitizing the people, letting people know what they intend to do. That means they believe that it's important to convince the voters.
Of course, I was saying something earlier.
Yes.
And I've also made the statement, there is no way you can go on and campaign asking people to vote for you without going out.
Yes.
Either through jingle, either by distributing your flyers and whatever. Campaign is already going on. But the challenge I'm having is, what are we campaigning with? Bishop just made a statement. He bought a bag of rice at 52,000 day before yesterday here. A liter of fuel is 250, 260, 270 as case may be. Maybe before 25th, you get it at 280 to 300.
400 naira.
Or thereabout. What are they campaigning with? You just mentioned that character assassination is not even the best to campaign. It has been in the history of Nigerian campaigning. If you don't talk against your opponents, you look as if you don't know what you are doing. But that is not the best way to go. Nigerians' eyes are getting open every day. And the more we keep seeing the old wine in an old bottle, you'll find out that Nigerians will no longer go the way it was in the past. Let those who are contesting tell us exactly what they will do. It's no longer business as before. When they will now come and tell us they will build a bridge under the ground. I don't know if I follow you. They will build bridge under the ground, and before you know it, it's no longer what we talk. We are seeing. Nigerians, we should be wise when they come out and tell us they will do this, they will do that. Nigerians should be wise when they come and tell us this is what they will do, this is what they will not do. When those who are contesting will come and begin to fight their opponents in the process of campaigning, it's no longer campaign. It's no longer campaign. Let them tell us exactly what they will do. Okay. We should be able to know whether they can do it or not, unlike before.
Or they've done it before.
Or they have done it before. Because if you are telling us you will do this, you will do this. Because all of them campaigning, whether APC, whether PDP, whether Labour Party, they have been in that power before. They have contested in one way or the other before. It's either they have been governors, It's either they have been senators. It's either they have contested even in contesting for the presidency in the past. We've known all of them, and we can be able to say this is whom this person is, this is whom this person is, this is whom person is. And I think Archbishop made a statement that the youths are waking up. And this is a good development. Everywhere you go now, every youth want to participate because they have seen it already. We have seen whether what they have done before is good enough or they are not good enough. The candidate of APC have tested life. He has tested politics. He's the leader in the APC. He was the brain behind. He was the brain behind Buhari being the president today. Atuka has been a vice president. Peter Obi has contested for a vice president before and has also been a governor in the past. So we can be able to say this is what every one of them can do, whether they even come out today or not. Whether they go around stage is inconsequential. Every Nigerian today, we know who is who among all of them. And I want to challenge Nigerians to stand out. It is no longer the time to say this one, because he belongs to those. Vote somebody you know
is competent.
Is competent and who can take Nigerian to the promised land. This is where I am trusting my people. This is where I am directing my people. And I think if we go in this direction, we will restore the glory of this country back again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Meka. That was very emphatic. Dr. Meka is assertive that some of the major political actors are not new, that Nigerians know them in total. But I dare say that people can change. Archbishop, you have always preached that people should change their ways of lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah. So don't you think, even if you know that somebody was once holding a political office and you felt he didn't do well and is vying for a higher position, don't you think it can change and say, okay, I didn't do well here, I can do well next time? Don't you think so?
Nigerian politicians.
The simple answer to your question is no. It's no. He who is not prudent with a little can never do well when he have much.
That's right.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
You know, it's just unfortunate that people don't even, all these things we are talking about, they don't use Bible to compare it.
Bishop, they will forget too quick. We forget too fast.
When Bible say, let them alone, the blind leaders of the blind. Jesus was trying to describe something. What was he trying to describe? That these people, they have ear, they will not hear. They have eyes, they will not see. Who caused it on them? Somehow we see that hunger has caused it. Somehow we discover that even this leader who have always been leading us, who still want to continue to be there, I just pray that they will not be. That they now know that there is a way to deal with an African, especially Nigerian. That when they are hungry, anything could happen. And that is the most funniest thing. So there is no way anybody who did not do well while he was doing a little thing will not do better when he become a president. You know, the greatest battle right now is this presidency.
Yes.
This presidency.
The presidency is the head.
That is where everybody feels if anything happens there, every other thing will change.
Yes.
Because when the head is sick, the whole body is sick. No, but we talk about it here.
Yes.
Everybody know where we ought to go. But are we really driving toward that process? The answer is no. But I know there are many who knows how it's going to go this time. They are ashamed to say certain things because of stomach infrastructure. So I will not go there. My fear and my worry is youth, please wake up. And when we are saying youth, wake up. Let this issue not turn out to become issue of courtesan.
Okay.
That's the danger I foresee. You are not in my club, that is not in my club. You can imagine a political party spokesman is weary to come out on social media with what they call it.
Don't mention any name.
No, I'm not mentioning any name. With courtesan cloth, showing sign that I belongs to this, I belongs to that. How? Is that where we are going? Okay. Is that why you are a spokesman of that your political party? So when I watch it on social media, I hold my head. I say, okay, this is where they are going. So youth should be alert. Yes. And we who are praying, that's why I say, pastor, get involved. Because any pastor that mess up himself on the podium or a place of authority that we vote him for, One, it will affect his church. Two, it will affect his ministry. Then finally, he will never smell heaven. It's not two things.
Archbishop, sir.
Okay.
Archbishop, sir. If you take a look properly in the campaign of this politics of today, you will agree with me, sir, that everybody is affected into the system. Whether you are in PDP or in APC or in a Labour Party, when you go to the market, it's what I buy, you buy.
You buy. It's the same cost.
So I think you should wake up. You don't look at anybody's face and say, this is what I'm going to do.
I must continue to suffer.
Yes. So if we get it right in 2023, I think we will enjoy it.
Yes.
But if we trade on the past glory, everybody keeps suffering it. And
but there's something I was there. There seems to be low campaign, low level of campaign.
Of course, what do you expect?
On television, we are not seeing the different.
No more money now.
What do you expect?
Okay.
There is money. There is money. I like what federal government and CBN is doing.
Yeah.
And maybe this is in this direction. You remember in the past, the only thing they do to win the election is to make sure they begin to share 1,000 to 2,000. People start selling their right and their future and the future of their generation and children.
Yeah.
But this time around, I think with this direction, it will be very difficult. And people's eyes are getting open. Why you see campaign today very kind of low is because Nigeria is no longer what we expected, what it is. What are we campaigning with, sir? What are we campaigning with? This political party have ruled for 16 years. This particular political party has ruled for 80 years. And it's not just the president. Also the people that are backing up the president, the cabinet, whatever you call them, they're all together there. Coming and coming and coming. So what are they telling us that we've not seen? It has gotten to the neck. Yes. So what are you going to campaign with? You discover now if you go to this particular state, if not warnings, you go to this particular state now, you will see the other opponents. I wouldn't know. I'm just saying it on my own.
Yes.
Fighting this one, they will attack them. If they don't attack their convoy, they will kill. They will destroy things. And even then themselves that are campaigning are also afraid. So everything is going on low key. And I also enjoy the challenges of the political parties.
Yes.
You can't predict this 2023 election. You can't predict it. When you are thinking is this man, God who knows the future is preparing something else.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Emeka. Now, let me allow our viewer out there to be a part of today's program. If you are watching 60 Minutes Nigeria, you can contribute. We're looking at the effect of campaign. Are the political parties doing it right? Do they have something to campaign with? Do you think their campaign will have any effect on the outcome? Or the people have made up their mind that this is the person they are voting for at the presidential level, this is the party they are voting for? What's your contribution? So you can call 070. The line is on your screen now. 070-8365-1320. I'll call the number again. 070-8365-1320. So you can make your calls, you tell us your name, and you make your contribution. So once we get callers, we'll quickly just speak. Archbishop, now, what is the way to go?
The way to go is actually in the line of prayers. Nigeria need prayer. Nigerians need prayers.
But all the Nigerians are always talking about prayer.
We will not be tired of it.
Okay.
It's the only weapon we have. Because Bible said the weapons of our warfare, they are not carnal.
Yes.
They are mighty. Are you hearing me? So we should find a way of pulling down this evil power and this evil seed that is growing in our nation. It's only prayer. Do we not say Nigerians should be killing? Nigerians should be crying? No. There's not that more than prayers. So whether you go to church, you are a mosque, you are a pagan, everybody pray to this Almighty God. So we actually need prayer. It's prayer that is the key to everything. But in all, let us change this old system. Let's change this old system because it's not working and it will not work. So any mistake, because I've had some things from the fillers, the result has already been written.
No, that's not correct.
Whether it's correct or not,
correct.
We have to say it to create fear in them, so that it will not happen like that.
INEC has given us assurance
Good.
of a free, fair, and credible election.
INEC should work on that, so that we will not say, oh, we actually said this. So if you are already calling somebody the next president of a nation, if a sitting senator could say that, or in the house, you already identified the name.
Personal opinion.
Good. I'm also talking my own personal opinion. Let the INEC not fall into this trap of saying this is where it will go. It will not go that way. I am saying this as a clergy, so that you will not set Nigeria on fire. So that you will not say, some people will think that all these people talking, they don't have gun. This is not gun, because even the police, they are the receiving end now. The soldiers, they are you know how many of them have died in this period? In January.
So we must get it right.
That is why I ask for prayer.
Yeah.
You are the one contradicting me.
Yeah, we must
I ask for prayer, because in January, a week or 2 weeks to this election, these same security people that are guiding them and guiding us, their life is not too safe. And if you think that these innocent people, they don't have God, it's a lie. No man on earth can stop a revolution. Protests can be stopped. But if all of us say we die for it, you can't stop it. So INEC, we are going to hold them very seriously. And all the voters should know that the old system will not work.
Yes.
So we need a new system, and I pray that they will have the encouragement to do that. And not financial encouragement. Not financial, because some of us have been taking money from politicians and do what is wrong. Now that the thing has got to our neck, according to my dear brother, the river is here, everybody are drowning, we are looking for where to hold. Let's try another system and see how it will go.
So
God will bless us.
The voters must not collect any form of bribe.
Whether you call it bribe or
cash inducement.
He says appreciation for coming. They use their motto to bring you. They buy food, come and eat after voting. We must stop it, and it should not be allowed.
Okay, we got a caller some time ago who said that they used to collect gifts from politicians during the election, and that it has not helped the country. So this time, nobody should collect.
Nobody should collect anything.
And that's what that.
And no politician should bring such a thing.
Okay.
We don't need it. They don't need it. Okay. So that's why I want all the youth to be alert.
Okay.
When they see it coming, they should destroy the vehicle.
Okay. So, Dr. Emeka, what's the way forward? How do we get it right?
Voters should shine their eye.
Okay.
Because they give you money, they don't give you money. You've been able to test the years back. You've been able to see where the handwriting on the wall. You'll be able to use your teeth to count, your tongue to count your teeth.
Yes.
If you say because some poverty is everywhere, and on that day somebody give you 10,000, I wonder whether 10,000 can put food on your table for the next 4 years. I wonder 10,000 can pay your house rent. The truth remains, the suffer will continue. If somebody who called the other day said, don't collect money, I support the person. By the grace of God, if God has sustained you till this time, He's given us another chance, we can get it right. We made a mistake in the past, and every one of us can attest to it. When we are shouting and doing this, and by then, it has not been as it is now.
So it was bad.
It was too bad.
Bad to worse. Worse to bad again.
Worse to bad again. So I want to encourage that the way forward is for us to get it right. Stand firm. Look at it and say, this is true. Whether not your brother or your sister who is coming there, and look at the way things has been. Let's stand on the truth. Use your PVC. If you like, give me 1 million that day. You cannot kill me and say I must vote for you. You cannot. So I know, and God has shown me already who I should vote for. And whomever I vote for will win for this 2023. Whomever I vote for will win for this 2023.
Okay, that's Dr. Emeka's personal opinion there. Okay, Archbishop, now we know that surely the elections will come. The elections will hold. INEC has promised us that the election will be free and
Fair.
fair. Okay, so for the voters, some persons will talk now. Time of election, they sit in their houses. So don't you think you have a word for the voters?
Yes. The best word I have is please and please. Let us not turn chain to chain. Please and please, let's save our nation, Nigeria. We are drowning. And I know every Nigerians, they are now in the middle of the seas trying to see what they can hold. What happened to Pharaoh and the Egyptian may not happen to us in 2023.
Amen.
So I want to beg everybody who have registered, go and collect your PVC. Those who have collected PVC, that day, make sure you vote your conscience. And after voting, wait. That's what I do. Wait and see that result is announced there.
But now we have a transmission, electronic transmission result from the polling units.
Make sure your voting counts. And then they transmit, you go. Because the youth will be afraid of snatching buses.
No more.
Shooting gun. They are the one that say no. When will they ever come to power? My father is 80 years, 70 years. I am now 50, 60. I have never tested power. It's my parents that have been giving me money to sustain me, to buy me car, to rent house for me. When will I do it for my own children?
Yes.
So it's a total challenge. If nobody is telling them, you should know it.
Yes.
So now you are, how old are you?
Yes.
You've never worked in government parastatal.
Yes.
And you are not even holding any position in political circle. But your father have always been there. In the money you tie them pampers. You manage them to go out. They go out and campaign and go and bring you money. And you are sustaining with that. You say you are satisfied. When will you be on your own?
Oh, that's Archbishop Fred Agedo there. He's very rhetorical in his comments today. Well, I know that the opinions he has expressed are very personal to him. He made it very clear that his personal opinion. We know that all the candidates are ready, candidates of different political parties. Don't just focus on only the three major ones, the APC, PDP, or Labour. There are other parties. There are other candidates. He has talked about young men. There are some young men who are also aspiring to be president. So it's left for you as the voter to make your choice. We can't tell you, but we're only analyzing the trappings, political trappings during this politicking. How are they doing it? Are they doing it right? Is it the old school, or they are trying to improve on the system? Dr. Emeka, now, do you think security threats might affect the campaigns?
In 2023, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like you can see how low the campaign system,
security threat?
how low the campaign system has been going. The same way, the security will tighten up.
Okay.
Because even the security personnel are also suffering what we are suffering. All of them they are eating from the same pot as long as Nigeria is concerned.
Okay.
The only thing I want to advise, especially in the northern aspect in the east, is that the government that be should also wake up, build up security. It's another challenge anyway.
Yes.
In the other area, it's a serious challenge because they have been succeeded in creating this fear in the voters. I beg you, make I tell my own, so that nobody who their life now go talk of tomorrow. And by the time they begin to foment this trouble, sponsoring all these talks to attack offices like INEC office, convoy of opponents, you discover they're only succeeding in creating fear in the life of voters. But I want to tell the voters to be courageous. We've been voting before. I'm still convinced that on that day of voting, even those who want to carry evil, whether from their mind or want to execute it, then they say will also be afraid. Because certainly, when you want to execute your evil, you wouldn't know that there are people that has a good intention as regard this nation, that are also within the environment, that might attack you before you take over attacking.
Yeah.
So they also should watch their back. But I'm sure in 2023, there's going to be calmness. I'm convinced in my spirit there's going to be calmness. And people will vote and things will work out well because God is involved in 2023.
Thank you very much. We're looking forward to the general election in 2023. Like I told you, it's going to be a watershed, defining moment, and Nigerians are enthusiastic. And of course, I will add, let's be optimistic. Let's be positive. Let our attitude be positive towards the elections. Dr. Emeka, one of my guests, has just said, be courageous. And I think that is very, very important. You don't need to be docile or to sit at home and believe that, oh, let others go. If others say, let others go, who are the others? Who are those who will eventually go? Your closing remarks, Archbishop Fred Agedo.
Well, my closing remark will just go this way, that anytime I come here, you see, when I make a closing remark, I make it prophetical.
Okay.
But that's the sign of the difference of me dressing like this.
Yes.
I make it prophetical. I see a situation whereby goat is pursued to a wall. And getting to the wall, the goat have no other place to go. He got ready for fight. That's what 2023 is. Listen to me, Egosa.
Yes.
It's only in Nigeria I have seen a madman at 4 junction controlling traffic. And they that are normal obey. It's a
terrible situation.
So do we need to tell our people that
so the madman will control it?
Yes, and those who are normal will begin to obey. They begin to obey. Or you see one hand man using one hand to control 4 junction and everybody obey. So it's so terrible that even this leader who put us at this condition, they know. Is he not only in Nigeria, 70 years old man? He's a father of 61 years old.
I cannot explain that.
So I know that will be beyond the explanation. So it's beyond. So
we don't have evidence of that.
Don't worry, we will know it. So the question is whether age or not age. Is something not really wrong? Who sowed this seed? How did we get here? Then how do we come out of it? Let the youth take the destiny of our nation on their hand. Agedo is not calling, come and vote for me. I want to vote for them. We want to vote for them. Let a 25 years old young man contest for presidency. 35 years old contest for presidency.
Yes.
Maximum should be 55. Because when you are above 55, you are no longer normal. You are not normal.
Only doctors will tell us that.
So, sir, let us call spade a spade. We must not laugh over it. All these things, like what I've just said now about the goat being pursued to war and get ready to fight back, please record it. Everything I say here, I always say, 1st of October, you remember what I said?
Yes.
How it's going to change. 2023 will change the destiny of our nation.
Thank you very much.
If our youth are ready for it.
Thank you very much, Archbishop
God bless you.
Agedo. A quick one from Dr. Emeka, just quick closing remark, quick one.
Go and pick your PVC and make sure
you vote.
And let's not put a new wine in an old bottle.
No.
And at the same time, you can't give a baby a bone to chew. The teeth will crack off. So come on, make use of your brain.
Thank you very much. That's the program. 60 Minutes Nigeria, this week's edition. I hope you enjoyed every bit of our discussion today. Archbishop Fred Agedo has made very, very vital contribution to today's program. Dr. Emeka Ekruga has also made some very, very vital comments on the program 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Egosa Agbalao. Next week, we'll be here again to look at another national issue. Be a part. You can write down the phone numbers. We'll allow the lines to be open. We'll allow you to make your contribution, and you will be glad you did. Do have a wonderful weekend ahead. Merry Christmas
and
ahead.
Happy New Year in advance.
Bye-bye.